very important. And this is something that I was waiting for more information before I actually spoke. And it finally came. Oh, did it come? Now, we're in a situation where we live in, it's, oh, you got to watch what you say. Freedom of speech, but watch what you say. So what they're telling you is it's basically a dictatorship without you actually knowing you're in a dictatorship. Hit the like button coming through the door because we finna reveal all these clowns and snakes, they show their face full circle. Full circle. Oh, it's a little bit deeper than that. It's a little bit deeper than that. In Memphis, Penny Hardaway rose to stardom. One of their best players ever to come out of Memphis. I remember telling my cousin, that's the best player in college basketball right there. When he was at Memphis, Penny Hardaway. Fundamentally sound. Everything, post moves, it was just ridiculous. Nothing he couldn't do. He was a man playing against boys. And when his career was over and he got into coaching and he had a chance to coach the team he played for, everybody should have been jumping for joy. But there's some people who believe and stuck in the old principle ways of, I don't like that. What was good? What was wrong with the old coach we had? They want that good old boy system. And the sports media do what they always do to the professional athletes who help put butts in the seats. And this is the man y'all used to cheer for when he played for you. You went in there to see the games. He raised money for that university beyond belief. Made the university a ton of money. And y'all loved him when he played there. But now he's the coach. And the team is losing. They didn't lost, what, 3 in a row? Oh, it's his fault. Really? It's his fault? Knowing the case and the situation, y'all have been writing badly and poorly about Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway has been written about poorly since he's gotten the job. The sports media writing in Memphis have been writing terrible reviews on him, saying that he's burnt out, he's ready to quit, everything. All these has been lies. They never told the truth about what was going on, and Penny just blew up.
One thing I can say to this media, because this media gets kind of up sometimes when it comes to me. We don't have our full roster. Y'all know we don't have our full roster. Stop asking me stupid questions about if I feel like I can do something. If I had my roster like they did, then I feel like I can do whatever I want to do. I'm coaching really hard. My boys are playing really hard. I'm not embarrassed about nothing. We have 4 freshmen starting. Y'all need to act like it. Act like we got 17, 18, and 19-year-olds out here trying to learn how to play against 22, 23, and 24-year-old guys. Come on, man. Stop disrespecting me, bro. Like, don't do that. I worked hard. About me, and all I do is work. We got young kids on the floor. They got young kids on the floor. One thing I can say to this media, because this media gets kind of up sometimes when it comes to me.
That's right. When it comes to him, would they had asked that question to Jim Boeheim or when Coach K was losing? Did they tell Coach K that? How about Tom Izzo? Did they say any of this stuff to Tom Izzo? They would have never have disrespected those coaches. But they trying to ruin his name so that he would want to leave. They never speak on the fact that all of these guys have been out. Most of them had COVID tracings and they were out of the game. He don't have his roster. He's playing with freshmen on the court. Y'all know this as the media. You cover, now this is your job. It's to cover the Memphis game. You know this is the facts, but you still act like it's something he's doing wrong. And what makes it worse, ladies and gentlemen, what makes it all worse, and this is what I was waiting for, because I knew it was going to happen like clockwork. I could predict the coonery. I could predict it. They send the mascot dog to go out there to try to tell him to stay in line. Who is the mascot? Who's the gatekeeper? They got to call in the Bulldog gatekeeper. And who is the gatekeeper?
You've been around a long time. You played in the NBA for 15 years. You ain't new to this, bro. You in the movies, the movie Blue Chips with Shaq and the crew. I like that movie.
Got nothing to do with it.
Damn it, you was in the movies for crying out loud. You played in the NBA for 15 years. Now you're a leader of young men. Unfortunately, unfairly, you cannot be a black man in that position and lose your cool the way that you did.
Why not? Why not? You see? Because you a bootlicker, Stephen A. You want everybody else to lick the boots too. You can't do that. You can't do that. What are he doing up there? What are he doing up there on that name? This Candyland. This Candyland. Who you think you is? Penny Hardaway? You ain't Nickel Hardaway. You ain't quarter. You ain't even dollar Holiday. You penny Holiday. This is Candyland. You can't do that. Who told you you can say that? You see that? Did you hear that, fool? Does that not sound like a trained puppet? If that ain't a trained puppet, bringing up he was in Blue Chips. What the hell that got to do with anything? You played 15 years in the NBA. What did I have to do with it? What the man said was 100% correct. How about that? Why you not talking about that? Thanks, Miss Chan C. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button for that. I mean, they always do that. That's what they do. And when everything went viral and they sent their police dog out, they started to write this angry black man. Penny Hardaway's an angry black man. Once they start painting that narrative and start trying to change it from what it was and what he was trying to say, ignored all of it and said his angry, profanity-laced rant. They use those words to try to mute your message and never talk about what he actually spoke about, is how you disrespecting him as a coach. When Deion Sanders said to the media in advance, call me coach. When you address me as coach. They come in there, yo, Deion, hey, Deion. And they would have never have done that. Never would have done that to any other coach in college. Not once did Stephen A. Smith tell him, well, if you right, speak up. He telling people to keep their voice down. Be quiet. Put your head down. You know what's going to happen. You know the rules. You know you can't do that. As a black coach, why not? Any other coach could do it. They raised when Bobby Knight go off. They stood and applauded when that coach went off on the media about picking on that kid. Pick on me! I'm 40! He got a promotion and everything. He went to Oklahoma, then turned that whole university around, didn't he? Or where you go, Georgia? I think he went to Oklahoma, though. Don't pick on the kid, pick on me. I'm 40. You wrote an article and they were there. That's a great coach sticking up for those kids like that. He used profanity. Nobody had anything to say about him. They would have never done that to Jim Boeheim. They would have never done that to Izzo. They would have never done that to any other coach. And they know the case that this man is playing with 4 rookies, 18-year-old kids, playing up against juniors and seniors. These are young kids trying to learn how to play the game at the college level. And because of what's injuries and COVID, most of their team have not been there. He doesn't have his full roster. And they know this. But they don't write about that. They're trying to say, oh, he can't hack it. Oh, he can't cut it. So they put all the spin on it. So Penny came out and apologized for using the language and everything that he did, because his message was lost.
Memphis, just want to let you guys know that I love you. Tiger Nation, I love you. I want to issue an apology to my school, to the players, and to our fans. I let my emotions get the best of me last night, and that's not the way that you handle situations. I bleed blue. And I'm fighting always for my school, for my city, and for my players. We're working very hard. We know that there's adversity right now, but it's not going to stop us from working hard. We are going to make you guys proud. We're going to win. We're going to get through this together. And to the fans that are fighting with us, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. You guys help push us through with your energy. And to my players, let's keep fighting on. We're 9-1 strong. And again, Memphis, I love you. Peace.
Now, see, he had to come out and do that. Why? Because the black person who's the #1 highest paid person at ESPN, and he's black, don't even have the balls to stand next to you. He's telling you put your head in the sand and play your role. Stephen A. did it again. He doesn't have a backbone, no more spine. When he had a spine and they smacked him and took the job away and threw him out in the cold, he was living off his savings. Me and Kwame already done told you. He was squandering. He was speaking at universities because, what's this? Did I order something? I don't remember ordering anything. But something just came in Amazon now. Anyway. I don't remember ordering this at all. Could be a bomb sent by LeBron. Oh, yeah. What makes it even more impactful, people? What makes it more impactful is that we told you about this guy. He was living off his life savings, and he was doing freelance work at NSNBC. And you spoke at FIC University. Do you know why you spoke at that university? Do you know who put you there? Do you know why you were there? Isaiah Thomas, former NBA basketball player, the greatest player of all times. Isaiah got you that. Isaiah got you that. He got you the speaking gigs where you can go and speak to the universities and get some money in your pockets. And you don't want that feeling again. So you go out and you play the role. You going out playing the role because you don't want to feel like that again. You don't want that feeling. So what you went and did is you changed the rules to fit your narrative. You're going to do anything they say. You going to toe the line. Hit the like button. They don't respect you. And I didn't even put your name in the title. Because once again, it ain't about you. You made it about you. He spoke to the media that was talking about him. And you felt the way to jump in it and open your mouth and speak negatively about what he said and did not speak on the message. Told him, you know better. You lead kids. You can't be doing that. You know a black man in your position ain't supposed to do that. Wow. Unbelievable. Since I don't view him as a person that represents black people, I would say he set black people back about 10 years, but don't nobody black really respect him or look up to him anyway, so he just set himself back. 10, 15 years. Like I say, he likes staying on Candyland. Let him stay on Candyland. He gonna be 75 years old. Not on ESPN. That's my home, baby. This Candyland. Boy, Mr. Candy, keep me happy, boy. I'ma keep on keeping Mr. Candy and all his. Everybody up here get paid. Don't nobody get no check. Don't you talk about what you earn and what you deserve. You don't deserve nothing unless Mr. Candy gives it to you. You worry about giving Mr. Candy his money. And he make sure he take good care of you. There gonna be Stephen A. That's Stephen A. That's him right now. Bucking away. That's what I was waiting on. That's why I didn't say nothing. I was waiting for his response to this, and I was right to do it. I was right not to talk about it yesterday. I said, let me wait, because I know what this is going to do. I knew it. You didn't disappoint either. You didn't disappoint. I knew what you was going to do, like the clown you is. You got them sabotaging my channels. Notifications ain't been going out for 4 or 5 days. My phone had all kind of crazy stuff going in there. Spam, Chinese writing. It was all crazy. Could have been Korean writing too. All craziness this week. All because I told the truth about you. You got mad. You was big mad. Well, you gonna be mad more now. Because now I'm going to make you angry. Oh, yeah. Now, everybody in the world love to talk nonsense. They love to talk controversy, right? Stephen A. They used to call me Crazy Joe. Now they can start calling me Batman. Stephen A. was probably the one on that roof he was talking to. Boy, you're wasting time. You smoke crack, don't you? Go on and jump. Go on and jump. Jump, Sam, jump. Quit wasting time. You're just wasting time. Boy, go on and get it done. Go on and jump. Go on and get it over with. Go on and jump. That's Stephen A. right there. He the one on the ring. You might as well have jumped. He's the person that was bullied his whole life growing up because he couldn't speak properly. So he started reading books to get better. He was somebody who was bullied. If you watch Cobra Kai season 4, you already done seen this. He's Kenny. Getting bullied and then become the bully. And unfortunately, that happens to a lot of people. They get bullied and then they want to go bully somebody. But when somebody bigger than them come around, then they go get back in line, get back in place. This is the same reason why I did not open my mouth when Terrence Crawford said that about Bob Arum. Everybody want me to jump out my skin to say what I think about it and go about that. If that man has a doggone problem with him and said that man was racist towards him, that's an issue that they got, and it's a lawsuit going on about it. That's something them two got. And I'm not going to be Top Rank's boy. You know, because I'm cool with Bob Arum, that don't mean that I'm finna go out there and represent them in an interview trying to promote them and their narrative. I'm not finna be the blackface for their whole case. Like, look, there's a black man. He could tell you right now he ain't racist. I don't know how they treated him. So I don't have no frame of reference on it. So when you see people like Muhammad Ali's daughter, you see Timothy, another Timothy, boy, I love to grovel at the boot too. Move over, Stephen. I gotta get to that boot. Boot licking Timothy Bradley. Ain't never seen a boot he didn't want. Another one. Married a Mexican woman and then act like all black women want nothing. So that's why he married. No, you married a Mexican woman because she had a place and you was broke. And she cooked. Them tacos was fire. And then now you see how you got so fat once you retired. You was always in shape. You was working out all the time, but boy, them tacos is fire. She was hooking up that mole and everything else. Boy, them plates was stacked. Now that you retired, you eat this. He will max it out. Now he big as hell. Big swole Ninja Turtle head. Looking like he got a left out member of the Locks. And then talking about if there was racism at Top Rank, I ain't seen any. Boy, I tell you. Man, that dude ain't no damn vegan. He was lying for the TV. Look at that boy. Ain't no vegan in the world look that fat. I'm like, vegan food get you that fat? That boy been eating pork. He got some pork on the fork. He ain't fooling me. You ain't gonna be living with no Mexican to be some damn vegan. You try that with somebody else. Right. You see how they put him out there? I mean, you work for Top Rank. What you supposed to say, Timothy Brad? What he should have did is said, hey, as it replies to me, I haven't seen anything. But this is his situation. That don't mean he didn't experience something that I didn't experience. So the way they treated me is not a reflection of the way they probably treated him. And I can't tell if somebody was racist or not. People can smile in your face all day and don't like you and don't like black people. You think you ain't ran into some racist people? Just because they ain't told you they racist? So Penny Hardaway is speaking out because he's outraged. He had an impulsive moment. He did the right thing. He said the right things. He probably shouldn't have cursed, but he cursed. So y'all, so what? It's 2022 and the black man scared to curse. But these coaches done did it all before. And y'all praise them. That coach stood up for his kids. Don't come after a kid and lie and write and said that we was disappointed in him. Who said that? Come after me. I'm 40. That's what he said. He cursed and yelled at the media, and everybody applauded him and said, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. They thanked him on ESPN. Not once did somebody come out on ESPN who was white, came out and said, hey, you know, you're in charge of children. And using that kind of language and being like that, you should know there's things you can't say as a white guy on TV. No! He was applauded for what he did, sticking up for his kids. Penny Hardaway stood up for the kids, told the media that they were unfair, listed what they were writing and how unfair it was, so that the whole world could hear how unfair it was. Angry rant. Penny Hardaway's angry rant at media. Because the team is losing games. It's not why. It's a lie. It's a spin. Another spin cycle. He did not do that because they were losing games. He did that because he's frustrated at what you guys are writing, and these little kids are working hard. He's got 18-year-old freshmen. He's got 4 freshmen on the court. They never mention that. All of the guys are down. He don't have his full roster. Ain't had them all year. Has not had his full roster all season. COVID, injuries, the whole 9. They know that. And still act as if he doesn't know what he's doing or he's burnt out. Do he still feel like he could do the job? Why would he feel like he couldn't do the job? He played up against a team that had 4 seniors on it. 4 seniors. They got seniors and juniors, 22, 21-year-old kids playing against a bunch of 17 and 18-year-olds who's just learning the game. That's never mentioned. He brought up facts. They omitted that, and just like the media fashion, they lie and spin. And instead of Stephen A. Smith using his platform to bring that narrative up, he uses that platform to try to tell Penny Hardaway to stay in his place. And now you see why nobody likes him. He's not with anyone. He's in the way. When he said that message, it was abundantly clear. That was the dumbest thing I had heard. Most of you probably didn't even hear Stephen A's response. It was what I was waiting for. Before I made a video, I said, I gotta wait till he says something stupid. I wish Penny didn't apologize, but I knew he had to because he used profanity and stuff. But the message wasn't lost. You know, the message wasn't lost. And he knew they had spun the narrative to where the message was being taken out for granted.
Of young men. Unfortunately,
let's listen.
You in the movies, the movie Blue Chips with Shaq and the crew. I like that, bro.
Got nothing to do with it.
You in the movies, the movie Blue Chips with NBA for 15 years. You appreciate or whatever. You've been around a long time. You played in the NBA for 15 years. You ain't new to this, bro. You in the movies, the movie Blue Chips with Shaq and the crew. I like that movie. And Nick Nolte and all of that.
I like it too. Got nothing to do with it.
Out loud.
Got nothing to do.
You played in the NBA for 15 years.
Got nothing to do with it.
Now you're a leader of young men.
Okay.
Unfortunately, unfairly, you cannot be a black man in that position and lose your cool the way that you did.
Why not? Why not? Why not? That's right. The media didn't want him to get the job. Why? He was only the best player that ever came out your school. He's the best player that ever come out of your university. He filled that stadium. He brought ESPN there. He brought everybody there. Why would anybody have something to question about him? Why? But if this was Stephen A., he'll be crying for support. He'll be wanting people to come support him. But now he's like, I ain't doing nothing for the brothers no more. The brothers didn't help me get a job when ESPN threw me out, so I'm for the company now. Okay. Well, he told on himself. When people talk, they tell on themselves, and that's exactly what he did. He told on himself. He said, I had to learn the game. And this is the game for him. Hit the like button one time. Oh, on the Patreon tonight, we really finna get into some things. Because I know the dirt. It's about time we dig up some dirt. You said shout out to Eddie Johnson, EJ, Chicago, baby, West Side, Proviso East. He said, I'm through with him. Thank you. No problem. Elliot Perry, EP, what's up? Man, you talking about my guys there, old Phoenix Suns, EP. Different times, man. It's a whole different world out here. And when you looking at the narratives and you're looking at what people expect of you and other people's ideals, it's 2022, people. And think about that for a minute. 2022. King died about 60 years ago. People were fighting for rights then. We still fighting for rights, right? We still crying and fighting about what we don't have, what they doing to us, and why we gotta toe the line. Why? Because you've been doing it their way and marching and fighting and doing the things that way for 50, 60 years. Do you see the progress? We still begging for the same rights and the things that we've been doing 50, 60 years ago. So you need to change the game. Because see, they want you to think in that narrative. And this is about, once again, they want you focused on black and white. Black and white. So that you will be too distracted to actually do something. It's not about the color of the person. It's about how you're being treated. Because a black person could do you just as wrong as a white person. And that, believe me, that's worse. Because they're still going to be judged by the same things you judged by. So it's like, dog, why would you be doing this? When the focus is put yourself in a position that no matter what color somebody is, they ain't gonna be able to touch you. And the more that you unify in spreading that message and word out to the people, getting them to get themselves together, saying, okay, this is what we gonna do. We gonna stop relying on federal government loans and being on Section 8 and just living off of it and playing their game and staying in the cycle. They want you on this. They want you to be non-productive. They want you to do this. Because the more you do that, the more you work for them. You have to break the model. They want you to be uninterested in what's going on in the world. They don't want you to be wanting to make decisions. They want to make decisions for you. And that's the people that's in charge. The people that's running the ship and running the show. Well, see, that's the thing. It's hard. If all the players got together and did it, though, would people still watch the NFL? If all the brothers walked off and said, we ain't being treated fairly? That we're going to just not play? Would people watch it? Yeah, they have some people that'll watch it. But it wouldn't be, the game wouldn't be as good, would it? You see, that's why the NBA had to buy the ABA. ABA had all the brothers. They was high flying and jamming. They was flying and gliding. And the NBA was just stale. So they had to acquire the ABA. They had to get Dr. J. They had to get all of the players that they had over there in the ABA because they was balling. That's the excitement. The Negro Leagues. When the Negroes wasn't playing in baseball, sure, baseball was fun to watch, but the Negro Leagues, everybody knocking the skin off the ball. You got pitchers, strikeout, stealing bases. Man, it was high speed, high flying baseball, entertaining, high fives in the outfield. People going around doing stuff that they doing now. The games was live and thriving. They was making their money. Major League Baseball didn't care at first. Like, let them do their little side show. Then they wanted to go shut it down. But the reason why we can't have those things happen, and the reason why those things don't happen for us, because not everybody's on the same page. Even when we had the Negro Leagues, even when we had the ABA and all these other things in place, there's always greedy people. Did you know that they never tell you about the Negro Leagues in baseball? We're going to talk about it on the Patreon, but most of those people were worse than the baseball owners. They were making money hand over fist and paying the players peanuts. To the players was talking about, I'm not playing. Most players quit because the owners weren't paying them. Star players. But we'll go into that. That's Patreon material. But we'll get into that. But everybody is focused on black and white. They keep you on that distraction when you should be thinking, how am I being treated? As long as you're being treated fairly and respected fairly, that's all you should matter and think about. Stay focused on your goals. Set goals and try to achieve them instead of worrying about things that you can't control. Y'all worrying about the White House, knowing the majority of the things that's happening in the White House, most of it ain't even affecting you. This channel support people. That's the community. You need to be focused on what's in front of you. What's in front of you outside your house? What's going on in your community? You don't care nothing about it, but you care about the president of the United States. Something that had nothing to do with you. You talking about the Ukrainian government and all this stuff. That don't even concern you. That ain't got nothing to do with why you can't go to work on time, get to your job on time. And my cousin in the new commercial. My cousin in the new commercial as we speak. I was like, that looked like him. Oh man, look at that. He almost ran into a taco truck. Look at cuz in this commercial. Almost ran into a taco truck. Oh man, crazy. Just sitting here watching the game and look what happened. Oh yeah, I picked Cincinnati. I took Cincinnati in the points. I've been on fire this week. No, that's Bam. Yeah, he's married to my cousin. And they're in Hollywood. See, Cino just knows so many people. Oh, you got Tennessee on a +9? I don't even know how you got that. Oh, I just raked them over the coals on college basketball today. It was something crazy. Well, it is what it is, man. Haters gonna hate. Yes, my Cash App is Carcino. Thanks to everybody that's donated on here too. Don't forget to follow at Kwame Brown Bus Life too. Definitely subscribe to the page. Oh, Power, y'all want to talk about that? I mean, I don't really like Power season 2, but Power 2, that to me, it's the worst out of all of them. It's so predictable. Like everything that they do is so predictable. In the end, I think the Bobby Brown dude gonna get killed. The guy who plays Kane, who's like the worst character on the show, he's gonna end up going. Mecca, new ghost, who has no place whatsoever. I'm thinking the Asian guy who's the chef is really the boss. Um, this woman that's with Mecca and all this stuff. I think that's the Tommy and Ghost. The chef guy is really Ghost. And Mecca is really Tommy trying to be like Ghost. That's right, Debbie. Salute to Coach Penny. Oh, now he's the father of Zeke, and what's his name? It's like 20-something Kane. They never go over who Kane father is. Now they thought Method Man was the husband to the teacher, who's gonna end up leaving the university over the controversy. So she'll be off the show next season. Let me see. Tate's gonna end up getting what he wants. Kane's gonna find out that he was getting played by Mecca. Mecca, once the daughter bust him out, that she knows who he is, and then now he finds out Mecca's been using him all the time, knew his mama and all this, and they messing around behind his back. So he thinks he's playing a game. So now he's gonna come in there and try to rob Mecca and hit a lick, and in that way the money gonna get them the lawyer, and they gonna be all good. In the process, Kane will probably be killed and blamed for the murder or whatever, and Tariq's gonna end up probably getting off to some technicality. I think one of the jurors might get paid off. The writing is so condensed, like all over the place. There's no structure to keep the show there. There's no evidence to even hold him for a trial. Besides the badge being put there, somebody could have staged that. They have no motive, nothing, and they making it about the cop more than the professor. They have even less on the professor. They can't even link the two together except for the same gun was used. So they just said, well, you killed both. When they got a video showing that he was someplace else, and one, that's not him in the video. So KC and Mary J are the parents to Kane. Well, yeah, Coach Bobby Knight, they was going to do that. Yeah, Derrick Henry ain't 100%, but that's how he runs. He's not somebody that normally breaks free. He's somebody that's gonna get it once he keeps grinding. I mean, Tariq done slept with 3 different girls this season. For what? None of it meant anything. Him sleeping with Effie was probably the worst setup ever. Even this was horrible. She just came to the college university just to sleep with Tariq. It didn't even make sense for her to even be there for that. It's just like, what? What? What is the point? You know, it's just meaningless. It's like we need a scene here, some sex scene. So let's put these two in there making out. I mean, the girl she was what's her name? Tyreek's girlfriend for 2 weeks. Nothing she recorded on Tyreek connects him to anything with the cop or the murder or the investigation. So her testifying means what? None of the things she has on the wire connects him to anything. I mean, there's nothing there on the wire. So it wasn't like she got some information on the wire that means something. That's why I was like, this writing is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Book 3 is good, and I think Tommy will be good. But they rushed this mess of a show. I think they've had maybe 3 good episodes, and I was like, episode 3 was good, and I think I think 3 and 4 was really good. And then after that, it was just back to the same old BS. I know. That's why I watch it on demand. I never watch the show live. I watch it on demand. So I can fast forward through all of those scenes. And when you know he's a straight guy, supposedly, Drew, he's in a relationship with his sister. Oh, I'll fast forward through all those scenes. I don't know any words that were said in those conversations. They've been missed. That's why I watch him on demand, so I can fast forward. I do the same, you know. Same here. I don't want to see that. Me, I use Rivers. They just approved. I don't know when New York finna get it, but they just passed the bill where New York can start gambling now. So that just got passed. But I'm gonna get up out of here. 20 seconds left before we end. Thank you guys again. Hopefully everybody hit the like button, subscribe to this page, hit the notification bell. On the Patreon, we will be going off, but I gotta get ready for the Packers and the 49ers. Go Niners. I'm out.